I was born in the Miners' Hospital in Caerphilly and I grew up locally. I grew up here, went to school and I lived here till I went away to university. I went to Wrexham, the university in Wrexham, and was there. It was there that I met my husband. He was from Manchester. So when I graduated, I moved over to Manchester to be with him. We got married. A bit later, we had a daughter, Sarah. And when she was about a year old, we moved back down to South Wales, back to Caerphilly. And we've lived here now for 10 years. Sarah is 11 now. We've got a son, Dylan, he's 7. And we live locally in a little village just outside Caerphilly called Aberturo. Things that I enjoy doing, I enjoy running, and I run what's called ultra marathons, which are long distance races, sort of 40, 50 miles. And I've got quite a reputation for getting lost. There was one 40-mile race that I did that we were supposedly about a mile away from the finish, and we couldn't see the finish or signs for the finish anywhere. So I stopped a dog walker to ask where it was and how far down the road it was. And he pointed in the direction that I just came and said, it's about 3 miles that way. My map reading skills are not the best and we'd gone the wrong way. So instead of sort of running 40 miles, I ended up doing about 45. But I finished and I did it, and it's fun. I work for the South East Wales Presbytery. I work as a children's and youth worker. So I work here in my chapel, looking after the youth and children's work. So we've got a toddler group that I started a couple of years ago, a kids club, and we've got a youth club that came out of the schools work that we did. Some of the teenagers were asking for, if we knew of any youth clubs that were in the area, and there was nothing. So we started a group specifically for them, and it's been going for a while now, and it's going really well. The teenagers bring their friends, and it's great. My role now has actually changed slightly, so it's spreading out over the Western Gwent area. So there's 11 churches altogether, including this one, that I'll be contacting to see their youth and children's work, what they've got going on, and what help that I can offer them to do it. The work that perhaps stands out for here was when we did our toddler group's first birthday. I wanted to do something special, something different, and I had this idea, and I spoke to my husband and said, do you think this is a bit out there? And he kind of said, well, you can only ask the elders and see what they say. So I approached the elders and said, I want to take the room next door in the vestry and cover the whole thing with sand and make an indoor beach. It was February, so make an indoor beach. And they were very supportive. They were all for it. So I bought a ton of sand from the internet, which was delivered, and we spread it out on the floor next door. And we had an indoor beach. And some of the kids that came, they'd never even seen sand before, so they were absolutely thrilled to come and play and make sandcastles inside in February. Doing this job is very important to me. It means a lot. There's a lot of people in this area, a lot of children, families who have never ever heard of Jesus and who he was and what he did, and never heard the gospel. And for me, it's a privilege to be able to go out and to tell the stories, to tell people about Jesus. He's such a such an important part of my life, my family life, my work life, every part, you know, of my life. The relationship that I have with him, I want other people to have that as well. It is a relationship, you know. He's there for me when things go wrong. He's there for me when things go right. It's the little things that blow me away the most. The way he worries about the little things in our lives, and the insignificant things, I suppose, proves to me then that Jesus bothers himself with the little things in your life. It's when Sarah was little, she needed a new pair of winter boots. She had sandals, which had been fine all summer, but coming into the wet weather, she really needed, you know, a pair of boots. But money was tight, and we just couldn't afford to buy her boots really. We weren't quite sure what to do. It was something that we would have had to try to find the money, and so one Sunday morning we came to church as normal, and one of the guys in the congregation approached me and asked if I would mind if he offered me a bag of clothes that his daughter had grown out of, who was just a little bit older than Seren, and you know, would I be offended if he offered me them? So I said, well, no, you know, we'll take second-hand clothes. We're not fussy like that. We'll happily take them. You know, thank you very much. So he said he'd bring them in the evening for the evening service. Now we've got children, so my husband and I, Chris, we take her in turns to come in the evening service. So it was Chris's turn, and Chris came, and he was given this bag which he brought home, and he said, oh, you know, there's the bag of clothes. So I opened the bag just to see whether, you know, what kind of clothes they were. Were they summer clothes? Were they winter clothes? And as I opened the bag, it was a big black bag full of clothes, and as I opened the bag, right on top of everything was a brand new pair of winter boots that were exactly Seren's size, and they were in fantastic condition, you know, never been worn. And I was absolutely blown away. Nobody knew that we needed these boots. We hadn't talked to anybody about them, but there they were, right on top. And when I spoke to this gentleman's wife about the boots to say, you know, thank you ever so much, it meant everything to me. She said it was like a second thought. She was tying the bag full of clothes, and as she was tying the knots, something said to her, put those boots in. And you know, you can't tell me that's a coincidence. That is, you know, Jesus spoke to her and told her exactly what we needed at that particular point. And if he can worry himself over a piece of, you know, a pair of boots and make, you know, sort of affect my life in that way, you know, it's just everything really.